Hi, good day. My name is Wesley. I'm from Singapore. A little bit of background to let you understand where I come from. I'm from Singapore, so I hold a CPA, a CA in accounting, and I'm a COO of an organization I'm currently working in. And my background is all about flowcharts, about A, decision goes to B, so that's how my mind thinks. And the reason why I would like to take this opportunity to share with you a little bit of my journey is that in this journey, I'm one of the Oneness World leaders as well as a Nirvanist. And this is what we call ourselves when we've been on these journeys with Krishnaji and Preetaji. Now, Preetaji has this beautiful, beautiful course called Nirvana that's held in Oneness Nordic. It's all the way in Sweden, nestled in the beautiful forests. And when it is December, it's snowing, and in June, in springtime, you can walk around the forest. And one of the most beautiful things I wanted to share was my life. I've met Krishnaji and Preetaji, and having this opportunity to be mentored personally by Preetaji in the last 1.5 years has changed my life. Perhaps you might call it a rebirth. I'm living a very, very different life now. The wisdom from Preetaji, when you are sitting in her presence and listening to her original philosophies, her original insights, and her original strategies, helps every single person from different walks of life to live their life very differently. We live from a state of stillness in the heart space, that the whole being is still, it's quiet. And over the last 1.5 years, I have the privilege of being mentored by her. I have moved to be able to completely understand how important it is to nurture our whole inner state, to really listen to our being and the truth within ourselves. Preetaji, through her wisdom and her insight, has guided me to realize the importance of living in a state that is still and calm. And Nirvana just does that. Nirvana is an opportunity. It's a program for 6 days for us to be able to move, to be able to reconnect with ourselves. And when we reconnect with ourselves, we are better reconnected with all the people around us. So there's this course called Nirvana, as I mentioned. I've been there in the last 1.5 years. And what it has taught me is to move within, to understand how to function, how to relate to people, how to connect with people, how to really listen to when somebody is speaking, to be very still, to move step by step. Not with anxiety, but with utter clarity. It has helped me in my work. So I work in a place that is very, very highly strung. It's people around me are consistently challenged and stressed due to tight deadlines and regulatory requirements. And after going through the first program with her 1.5 years ago, I was able to see problems as they are. There was one day when I was not at work. I was actually on leave and overseas. And there was something that was being done. And if we were not careful, it might cause certain irreparable damage. And usually the review of such a particular assignment requires about 6 weeks. But because I was very still, I saw the problem. I made a few phone calls while I was overseas. I took step by step and said, okay, so to prevent this, I need to do A. And after doing A, I need to speak to B. And then later then, I need to speak to C, and finally bring all of them together. And what used to take 6 weeks to resolve, because of my state, because of the stillness that I have within, that I saw the problem as it was, I was able to resolve it in 4 hours, or give or take. And in that particular way, that particular problem got dissolved. Imagine your life when you're faced with any challenge. It's not that we do not have fear. It's not that we do not have anxiety or anger, but you're able to see it and focus on the bigger outcome. And that is my experience when I have been a very avid student of Pritaji. I've followed her to many, many different programs, listened to her, and when I have the opportunity to have a personal interaction with her, and she guides me with so much kindness, clarity, and love. She explains to me how to see things. And it really opened up my mind and my whole being on how I begin my life. And not only that, imagine that you going through the program where you better understand yourself and dissolve all the challenges that you have internally, and your external environment changes, right? So my relationships with my family has been so phenomenal now. I feel like a child, like a kid when I'm with my parents. We speak to each other like friends, and we're able to help each other out. It is such a beautiful way to live, when you have the clarity within your heart space and how you can share this love with your family. Imagine you speaking to your son or your daughter, your grandchild, your boss, your relative in such a liberative way that you're able to hear and listen to them with no judgment, with no measurement, but just by being present to them. I have been on this Nirvana journey, and it started not too long ago. I just finished the third one. I would ask you and invite you to give yourself the opportunity to try something different, to have that interaction with our beautiful mentors, Krishnaji and Pritaji, and for Pritaji most part in this particular course. And listen to her guidance, listen to her insight, and listen to the strategies and the way that she shares with how we can live our life in such a beautiful way. It's not that we don't have challenges in life. It's not that we do not have fear, but you're present to it. And you can still take that courageous step to the next step forward. I invite you to come on the journey. A lot of times we have certain concerns. We don't know whether this works or not. Everything is like that, isn't it? We don't know until we try it. Give yourself the opportunity, take the plunge. Then what's the worst that could happen? Maybe it doesn't work and then you move on. But the question is this, what if it does? What if your life starts to shift? I've seen people going through this course all over the world, and in a few days, I could see them transform in the way that they live when they go back to their families, and how they feel more connected with their father, more loving to their child, and a transformed human being in the workplace. So I sincerely invite you to come, and I hope to see you in these journeys because it's phenomenal. Being in the presence of Sri Pritaji is an experience that's like none other. The insights will give you the opportunity to move in such a different space. So I welcome you and I hope to see you really soon. Thank you.